daughters, and so both of them are in business school. And well, yeah, and so in Ecuador, like in South America, you go to school longer. So she's 22 and she's a junior, and my daughter's 19 and a junior. And so, but I told her, I said, she wants to go into finance, and she wants to. I was like, you want finance?
Wait, you don't like to have control of your body?
You can work anywhere.
I saw this a couple months ago.
I can get you some right now.
T-shirts.
Well, why don't I
I'm gonna keep it in mind.
boxes and take
Turned out okay. It was a little chilly outside, so the jacket. Yours gets warm.
Of course, it's the night that we have the 3 meetings. The extra hour of discomfort. Oh well. It'll be okay.
There you go. I know. Isn't it? That was given to me by Rachel and Laura when I was sick a couple weeks ago.
Okay. I inherited.
Yes, tissues.
Just in case.
Yeah. That was the second box they gave me. I went through the first one pretty quickly. And then they told me to leave and not get anyone sick.
Can't wait for this thing to be over.
Are you warm, Carlos?
Oh, itchy, warm, I'm totally uncomfortable. That's why I'm really quiet.
You look great, though.
Heparin component to the competition.
You look fantastic. I almost put a gift underneath you.
She wants to do the whole city, all the city, which would be awesome.
Was it some employees that called?
That was my impression.
To see, to be joyful. Wow, just got very quiet. Didn't even have to use the gavel. Yeah,
Probably with the new sound, you probably just have to tap it.
I know. All right, well, it's 7 o'clock, so we'll get things started. We're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order for Monday, December 18th. At this time, I would like to call Pastor Andrew Larson from Safety Harbor Community Church. So please come forward and lead us in the invocation. So if everyone could please stand up and then remain standing for the pledge to the flag.
Would you pray with me? Our Heavenly Father, how grateful we are that tonight, as we end the business for the year for our city, that we get to celebrate some exciting things happening here in Safety Harbor. How grateful we are to be able to live and work in this place. How grateful we are to be in a city that others want to be in. Lord, may we remember the blessing that comes from being in a desirable place. And may we also remember that there are others who may not be as fortunate. Lord, at this time of year, I pray that we would be a source of joy to all so that we can share your love with the world. We ask this in Jesus' name and for his glory. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Pastor. All right, so we're going to move to the presentation portion of the meeting. This time, we're going to do the general employee swearing-in ceremony for mid-September through mid-December of 2023. So at this time, I would like to call Brady Elliott, James Zapko, and stand by. Michelle Fortman, please come forward. Who are we missing?
First one you called.
Brady Elliott? All right, so we got you two. So I'm going to come down here. Matt, is there anything you want to say before I go down, or?
You're good.
We're good? All right, so we're going to administer the oath of office. I'm going to come down and give you a cheat sheet. We're going to swear you all in. Raise your right. Good. Thank you for being here tonight. All righty, so if both of you would go ahead and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, James Zapko,
Do solemnly swear that I will support, protect, and uphold the Constitution of the United States
solemnly swear that I will support, protect, and uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
the Constitution of the State of Florida,
and the Charter and laws of the City of Safety Harbor,
and the Charter and laws of the City of Safety Harbor,
that I am duly qualified to hold the office of, state your title,
that I am duly qualified to hold the office of Recreation Leader,
and that I will faithfully perform the duties of that office of which I am now about to enter.
and that I will faithfully perform the duties of that office on which I am now about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, and now we have a 2 years of service recognitions. So at this time, I would like to call Sasha Benzel and Austin Wheeler to please come forward. All right, thank you all for coming here. Matt, do you have anything to say before I?
I do not. Do you have, is there any backup, Paul?
Let me see something.
Did we not print
You look different in your uniform from when I saw you at the holiday party.
it?
Little-
They're both 5 years of service,
Yeah.
Mayor. Public Works Department and the Fire Department.
Okay, so congratulations to the both of you for your 5 years of service with the City of Safety Harbor. We appreciate all your hard work that you do for the city and all your dedication to making this city, in our opinion, one of the best cities in the state of Florida. So thank you for coming out tonight, and for your 5 years of service, I've got the certificate of achievement that I'm going to come down and present to both of you, and we've got gift certificates for the two of you to enjoy in your leisure.
Thank you.
Yep, so how about a round of applause for these two? This is for you. Yeah, I think we're gonna do a picture. Siri, do we know what's in the envelope? All right, good, good.
Hurry up, Austin's got to go.
I thought they were just rushing out. Like, this agenda is over. All right, thank you all. Thank you. All right, and now we have the Mayor's Award of Excellence. Oh, okay. Let's see, got it right here. Okay, so the Mayor's Award of Excellence for Beautifying Safety Harbor recognizes efforts by residents and businesses to beautify Safety Harbor through landscaping and renovation projects. Claire Mills nominated her husband Jonathan for their residence at 690 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Street North. The nomination summary is below. This is from Claire. She says, "I would like to nominate our house, my husband, Jonathan Mills, for his work on our front yard curb appeal. Over the last 5 years, our yard has been fully landscaped, fully re-landscaped, adding rock beds, landscape lighting, bringing the sod back to life, front yard fence, native plants and trees. Jonathan has done all the labor himself, and it has been a labor of love for our downtown home. It adds a lot to the downtown aesthetic and is one of the most traveled roads because of the school zone and crossing in our downtown area." And I'm looking at the pictures, and it is beautiful what you've done. So thank you very much. So, Jonathan, do you want to come up and say anything before I come down and present you with a plaque to honor this achievement?
I like the festive attire by the family. They got the memo.
He's been planning, I just happen to know you've been planning this jacket for several days, because I saw your wife at a function and she told me about the jacket so I was like, I know this wasn't spontaneous.
Yeah, live mic.
It's live mic.
Well, it all started with a vision from my wife on how to get me outside to do some more work for her. I appreciate Claire for giving me the vision and working with me through the plan and the frustration, the blood, sweat, tears. It's been fun. It's great to, give back to the community. Look, we have a fun house right by the school. A lot of traffic goes by. It was just grass, dirt, and I think at one point, many years ago, there were like some rotten wood planters up against the house when we got in there, and try and do a little bit something each year. So it's been fun. We enjoy it and really appreciate the recognition. Thank you all.
Since we have nearly matching jackets, should we put it on for the picture? I wish mine lit up. It doesn't light up. That, and I guess you hold that and I'll hold your plaque. I like that, yeah, good. Y'all want to jump in? For a picture? You want to hold this plaque? You want to hold the big one? All right. You want to hold a little one here? Yeah, you hold this one for us. Come on. There you go. Yeah, come on this way.
Very sweet.
Yeah, congratulations. That goes up in front of their house, right?
Yes, we're installing one.
Good, okay. Yeah, so don't be surprised when you see that in front of your house. All right, so now we're going to move to the audience to be heard portion of the meeting. So if there's anyone in the audience that wishes to be heard on an item that's not on the regular agenda or that's on the consent agenda, please come forward, state your name and address, and you'll have 3 minutes to address the commission. With that, we'll move on. Sorry, come on up.
Deborah Souza, 607 Summer Hill, Safety Harbor. I'm a new resident here, so today I came to the city, talked with Marcy. She was very helpful and kind. And I'm looking into being able to open a business, which I had in 3 cities before. And I'm told that I need to actually do a full restaurant type of service, and all I serve is like teas and protein shakes. So I left the city with this list of things. It's the second location I'm looking at. And as a solo business owner, I'm looking at that list and I'm like, this make it impossible for me to open a business here. And my experience as a business owner before was there were categories, like a restaurant type of establishment and a basic food license. And sometimes I didn't even need a food license because it's very minimum, not even food handling, just like powders and water. So I don't even know what I'm doing or asking for, never been in a city meeting, but it sounds to me that if the only option I have is have the license of like a full restaurant, it just makes it defeating. You know, I left the city today, like I chose Safety Harbor, and I left like feeling, goodness, we all have to go to another city. It doesn't seem like that is, you know, I don't know if I'm being able to express the feeling, but I just felt very defeated. So somebody suggested me to come here and speak with you all, so here I am. I don't know if it's the case of requesting for a new business category, a different type of license, or what would be the case, but I just came here hopeful that maybe we can have some help.
Deborah, thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for moving into Safety Harbor. Congrats on being a new resident and for looking into opening a business. I don't have a good answer for you tonight just because it's probably a little more technical, but I'm sure our staff can look into it further and see what the options are. And they'll keep us in the loop and we'll see if there's something we can do. But can't make any promises, but we'll just see what we can do.
Yeah, I just want to feel like that there's a way that there's a way.
Yeah.
You know, and I believe if there's no way, maybe we make a way. So if somebody could work with me, if we can have conversations, just so that I can feel that maybe there is a way to be guided, that I don't feel I have to not be able to open a business in here, would be greatly appreciated.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very much.
I don't have your phone number. I know we met today, but if you could provide that to the clerk or to myself, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, so we're going to move to the consent agenda. We have 9 items, and I'll tick those off real quick. The first one is approval of the December 4th Commission Workshop and Regular Meeting Minutes. Number 2 is acceptance of the City of Safety Harbor Annual Comprehensive Financial Report for year ending September 30, 2022 in the CRA. Financial statements and supplemental reports for the same time period. Number 3, approval of the purchase of the 2001 Chevy Silverado 3500 HD cab and chassis with dump body for $62,000 from Allen J Automotive Management. Did I read that right? A 2001?
21.
Okay.
Yeah.
2021.
It's 21. It's changed online, but
Okay.
yeah.
Number 4, approval of Clifton Larson Allen LLP audit agreements for the city and the CRA for the year ended September 30, 2023. Number 5, approval of termination agreement of Duke Energy Park and Plug Florida contract. 6, approval of the purchase of a new 45 horsepower pump from Integrated Power Services in the amount of $66,000. Number 7, approval of a contract with Blink Network LLC for the installation and operation of electric charging stations. Number 8, approval of purchase of a 2024 GMC Sierra 2500 HD crew cab work truck from Allen J Automotive Management for $55,000. And number 9, approval of settlement agreement between the City of Safety Harbor and Mr. and Mrs. Wall. Does anyone want to pull any of these? I'm going to pull 7. Do we have a motion to approve items 1 through 6 and 8 and 9?
Mayor, I'm sorry to interrupt, but just for item number 4, it needs to be, Matt and I would ask that it would be contingent upon final approval of him and I for that agreement. It just we haven't had a chance for it to go through legal yet.
Okay, so let me rephrase. Do we have a motion for approval of items 1 through 6 and 8 through 9 with the condition of number 4 has final approval from Matt and Izzy?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. What's number 7 about?
Yep. Okay.
Is
So
that related to number?
it is absolutely. So Duke Energy, we got an initial grant with them for the park and plug at the library, and they no longer are going to support it. So we had the option to keep it and then support it ourselves, or we had the option to go out and procure new equipment. And so we basically are terminating the agreement, which is number 5, which you just approved, And then we are going to go with Blink Networks, staff research, several different options. And we have to do the electrical and some site stuff, which is already really there from when Duke pulls their equipment. And then Blink will come in and put their equipment in, and then we'll have an agreement with Blink for that equipment. So we're now, it's the cities, and we're working with Blink versus working with Duke Energy.
So it's just that one location still?
That's, oh, I'm sorry. That one location, we're looking for a second location around City Hall, somewhere around here. West parking lot? Yep. Shaking head, yes. So there are two locations. Library, which is the current location, and then in the west parking lot over here.
Any questions? All right, do you have a motion for number 7?
Move approval.
All those in favor say aye. Aye, motion passes 5-0. So next up is old business. Looking for approval or denial of the, well, I'll just let you read it off.
Thank you, Mayor. City Commission, this is old business. This is regarding the Safety Harbor Elm Street property. In June of 2023, the commission approved resolution number 2023-11, an agreement for purchase of property between the City of Safety Harbor and Pinellas County School Board, and an agreement for purchase and sale between the City of Safety Harbor and Habitat for Humanity of Pinellas County. All agreements were set to close this month due to a structural encroachment on one of the lots, lot number 9, which is the southernmost lot. The two amendments for consideration tonight extend the closing date to provide for additional time to close and remove lot number 9 from the legal description. All other terms of the agreements remain the same, including the financial terms. The Pinellas County School Board and Habitat for Humanity will work together to resolve the structural encroachment on lot 9 before moving forward. So after you approve these agreements this evening, the city will not be a party to to whatever happens with lot number 9 moving forward. The City of Safety Harbor's legal team drafted the amendments, which are agreeable and approved by Pinellas County School Board and Habitat for Humanity. Staff would recommend the approval of the First Amendment between the City of Safety Harbor and PCSB and City of Safety Harbor and Habitat. And Mr. Sutton, the President and CEO of Habitat, is here this evening, along with some very excited families that will be eventually moving to, well, some of them live here now, but that they will be moving to Safety Harbor. And I won't steal any more thunder. I'll let Mike do the rest so he can kind of introduce the good news.
Good evening, Mayor and Commission. Mike Sutton, President and CEO of Habitat for Humanity. Great to see everybody. Happy holidays. We are excited that we actually have 4 of the 5 buildable lots matched, ready to go. And so we wanted to just take a moment and introduce you to 3 of those families that are with us today. We have Lanicia Jackson, who her and her 3 girls will be, they actually currently live in Safety Harbor. They live in Safety Harbor, and she grew up here, so lifelong resident, and they're excited for their new home. Carlos and Melissa Correa, them and their 2 girls. Carlos works for Jacobson Homes here in Safety Harbor, and they're excited to be moving into their home once we get that completed. And then we have Andy and Ardiana, and they're 3 girls, and so actually grew up in Safety Harbor. The couple and their children actually currently reside in Safety Harbor with Ardiana's parents. So these 3 families have all been accepted into the Habitat program. They are all completing their sweat equity hours and their 32 homebuyer education classes. And I was telling the mayor earlier, I think that once we have these lots closed and ready to go, we probably are looking at sometime in the summer when we will have their homes completed and moved in, hopefully.
Yeah, thank you, Mike, and thank you all to the new residents, or not new residents, but future homeowners in Safety Harbor for coming out and just saying hello and, putting faces to the names. We go through the process, we feel like we're doing something, but it's good to see who, the actual faces that are gonna match up and live in those homes. So thank you for coming out. So, any questions or comments from the commission?
Oh, go ahead. Questions, yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say after questions, audience, public comment, then.
Yeah.
Just, I know lot 9 is being removed. The intention is still to continue ahead for another Habitat home?
A 6th home, that's
A
correct,
sixth home at that
yes.
location. Okay, that was my only question, and I just wanted to I think it's great that you took the time, Mike, to introduce the people and that all the effort it took to make sure that there is Safety Harbor ties as well, which is extra special. Thank you.
All right, anyone from the audience wish to be heard on this agenda item?
Yeah, I just like to say something, it's really great what Habitat for Humanity is doing. And this is just a great example of the government partnering with a great institution to make people's lives better. And that's the reason why, the government, what we're here for. We're a community, we're out there to help each other out, to look after each other, and I want to welcome you all into the community. I know you guys still live here, but, congratulations.
Those are noisy. You didn't even have to clap, you just got to jiggle.
I'd love to say just a second.
Yeah.
Sorry. I want to thank Mr. Sutton, too. You made a commitment to us, and it's coming to fruition. And it's just really exciting. And it's exciting that beyond the commitment, you brought in the live people who are the embodiment of the commitment. So we just thank you so much and look forward to working with you. I hope you're going to involve us and have us do some actual hanging and banging. Okay. Thank you.
Won't be the first time. All right, if no one else, then we can entertain a motion.
This will be broken up into two, or just move?
You can move for both of them.
Move for both, okay. Move for approval of the following. Number one, First Amendment to agreement for purchase of property with the Pinellas County School Board, and two, First Amendment to agreement for purchase and sale with Habitat for Humanity of Pinellas County Incorporated.
Second.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Moving on to the Main Street Design Study.
I'm gonna have to get you one of these sweaters, Mayor. You know you want to borrow it. We'll give them a second to clear out. You should hear me walking around City Hall all day.
Sure, everyone here is walking around City Hall.
It's moving along quickly.
All right, City Commission, in May of 2022, you issued a request for proposal to prepare a Main Street design study. The RFP stated the report would include a prioritized list of projects and engineering level cost estimates for ideas to address downtown parking demand, business wayfinding signage and A-frame signage, wider sidewalks and locations for additional shade trees. September of 2022, the City Commission approved the contract with Stantec/Cardinal. Since that time, those following steps have been completed. In October, the City Commission met with Stantec and Cardinal to present a study update, including public outreach, draft findings, and draft recommendations. The City Commission and the public provided input. Attached is the final report. Staff requests the City Commission provide any final comments and accept the report. I will say, going through the report, the gateway artwork, the trees/palm discussion, the consistent wayfinding signage, parking, shared parking agreements, or low-speed vehicle parking, and ADA ramp improvements. Each of those five, and I may have missed some, but each of those five are included in your upcoming CRA extension funding. We're meeting with the county actually this week to finalize that, so you'll be seeing that sometime the first of the 2024. I just wanted to point out that there is funding in the CRA for those projects which are identified in this master plan. So if you have any questions, Lori's, yes, right there, she's here. And we can answer those questions, and then when the commission's done, we I guess request that you accept the report.
All right, any questions?
Yeah, I've got a few. So I guess the part of the plan is to redo some of the sidewalks on and off ramps so they don't go into the middle of the street.
Yeah, the ADA ramp improvements, that's part of the plan, yes.
As well as tree replacement.
As well as tree replacement, that's in there as well.
And then I guess we may or add spots or lose spots.
Well, it depends on what you ultimately do. If you are adding seating areas, then you would lose up to, I think the report says 9 or 10, somewhere in there. I think it was under half a dozen, total up and down Main Street. And then there's also some recommendations to try a pilot program for low-speed vehicle spots. So we could do that with existing spots now. Keep in mind, you also have the vacant land on 6th and 2nd, so we could also explore low-speed vehicle parking in that lot. So I guess it depends on when we get to that point, what the commission ultimately decides. We may want to have the shared parking agreement discussion before we have the discussion about losing parking on Main Street. And that seemed to be the sentiment of the business community and the residents when they met at the library, was that they liked the idea of greater landscape areas and greater seating areas, but not at the detriment to taking away parking on Main Street.
And I don't have an issue with taking away under a dozen spots as long as it seems like we bought property off Main Street to accommodate potentially a loss of space. But to me, it seems like the attraction, we have additional parking off Main Street, but I guess we'll address it when we get there. It'll come up as we.
Well, oh yeah, it will definitely come up. It will come up in CRA discussions. It may even come up in a goal-setting session in April, once the election's over. And yes, it will come up. Some of the big items in the report are, now they're not all in fiscal year 24 or fiscal year 25, but there is funding provided in the 10-year CRA for those items I listed.
So we're accepting the report, we're not actually deciding on which ones we're.
No, there'll be more staff discussion, and then we'll bring you some of the ideas throughout the next few years. Now, it would probably be appropriate if during a goal workshop in the spring, you wanted to prioritize. If you wanted to say, hey, we want staff to work on this first, or even when we have the CRA 10-year projections will come back to you sometime in January, February, or March, the latest. And when they come back to you, you'll see where it's slated. And then if you wanted to reprioritize there, if you said, hey, we want staff to work on this before that, then that would be a good time to tell us that as well. So there'll be other opportunities for you to have those discussions.
So is there gonna be some kind of report, like to put a dollar value and a time frame as to every single portion of the report?
So in the backup material, there is a budget for each of the different items that are addressed in the report. It's on it starts on page 40 and goes to page 41. Their total recommended cost for everything is $1.2 million. Well, they have a range, $960,000 to $1.2 million.
So essentially, it's going to be staged.
It's going to have to be, yeah. With other projects and other priorities in the downtown, it will have to be. And we may need to do some before the others anyways.
Are those costs for like design costs or actually implementation costs, including design and whatever?
I think they were including both. They were a projection, yeah. And I wouldn't hold them to it. It's just it's a best guess at this point in time. Ultimately, we'll be selecting and hiring contractors to work with us to do the work, and that's when we'll really know what the cost will be. Yeah. It's a good roadmap for us to use as we continue to have the other discussions. And it was a good opportunity for the public and business owners to give their input. Because there was survey data, there was data from Third Friday, and some of the survey data is in there too, not just from the public and the survey, but also the charrettes that were held at the library.
Anyone from the audience wish to be heard on this agenda item? Any further comments or questions? Do we have a motion?
Accept the final report.
All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes 5-0. All right, next up, we're moving to new business. We have a city flag design.
This is my favorite item of the evening. Serious.
Why don't you just tell us what's your favorite?
The Bitcoin one.
Good evening, Mayor, Commission. I'm Rebecca Mason, Communications Manager for the city, and I have my lovely assistant Shannon Schaefer helping me tonight. At the September 18th, 2023 City Commission meeting, the Commission directed staff to gather public input on a city flag design. Public communications staff posted a call for input on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Nextdoor, the website homepage, and an email went out to city staff to gather input. The input was gathered from October 3rd to October 27th, and all of the input that was received is in your backup material, and that includes just written ideas. People submitted their written ideas along with some graphic ideas, and then we had several fully designed flag options, and I'm going to show you those tonight. And staff is requesting that the City Commission will discuss the input and direct us how you would like to proceed. So as far as just like written and graphic kind of ideas, a lot of the input were things about our beautiful sunrises, about the mineral springs, bay, water, just that aspect of our community, the regional history, things like citrus, Tocobaga Indians, art. There were specific mentions of pieces throughout the city, and then just our natural beauty. And all of that, those full lists are in that backup. And then from here, anything that was just a variation of the same design I put together on a slide for you to look at, but this series of designs, they came from the United Kingdom, if that is of interest to you. So we had some pretty far-reaching results. And this is the design that started it all. So this is, I believe, yeah. So that's all of the fully designed flags that we received. And then, like I said, we have all the input that's just written, graphics, and just please discuss and tell us how you want to move forward.
Where's the Bitcoin one?
That was included with the graphic ideas and not the fully designed. I didn't want to show every detail. But it is in your package.
You left a totally unique concept off this slide.
I know. Yeah.
Yes, one submission was Bitcoin and golf carts and pride. So that was their
all
together in one.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, I thought it was unique.
I gotta tell you, I like Mr. Orlando, his flag design 1 and flag design 3 look pretty cool. I like them.
I'll tell you, it's that one.
Wait,
It's
so
those
when-
two, yeah. Oh, look at you, you already have them.
I love that.
That's number 4.
Oh, yeah, sorry, it's the one,
That one.
that one.
And the one with the bird, that one.
I like that. The bird.
I don't know how that look on a flag, but
You said Mr. Orlando?
I think that's who submitted them.
I think,
Yeah, it's Paul Orlando.
the one with the pier is Nicholas Guerrilla, right?
It is?
No, those are the Nicholas.
Oh, they're on the, okay, so so I was looking at like that, so that's not, okay. Okay, I see, when you said that's what started it all, it was,
Yes.
Yeah, he was the one who reached out to you, the mayor, in the beginning.
yeah, I thought, because when I look at it here, it looked like he
Oh, like
submitted
a split
these.
screen, yeah.
Got it.
Sounds like we have two nominees from the vice mayor, this one and that one.
Go back. What kind of bird is that, do we know?
Spoonbill.
It's
Does that have any-
indigenous to South America. It's probably, I'm joking.
Wait, does it have a connection to?
You know, it's probably.
I see them all the time.
Hey,
Just trying to throw that out there.
hey, hold on, let me look that up real quick.
It's looks like a
All right.
cross between a,
Yes, and there's Philippi Park too. It might be, it might not, it isn't one the same as four.
I'm sorry?
One-
It's a resident
one
in
and four.
both South and North America.
oh, yeah.
How do you know what?
No, no, I'm
year
sorry,
they-
Right here,
the rosette,
design
the rosette
one.
spoonbill.
Right here, and then flag design
It's a
four.
gregarious
This
wading
one
bird
looks like
of the
same
ibis and
bird,
spoonbill family.
But just a little different picture, right?
Yeah, and so.
Keep in mind, we could change the background color on that one if,
It'd be better if it was a pelican, I guess, maybe.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
Pelican
people
Pete.
look at that bird and go, I don't know, I've not seen one of those birds in Safety Harbor.
They're at the waterfront park. That's because your dog scares them away. They're the ones that go flying.
I never get to see them.
There are two pictures like that with that bird. right?
Yeah.
One of the bill's out of the picture, or out of the circle, and the other one is in.
And which one do you like best?
I mean, I like it with a bill out, but
Okay.
again, try and think of what it might look like on a flag.
Let me ask you a question, Vice Mayor. Why do you prefer the one with the bird as opposed to the one with just our seal on it?
Our seal?
Is that not an option?
Like
Yeah.
the first one?
You could go with the Dallas Cowboy one too.
Yeah, go back, yeah, that one.
I like that one, yeah.
That's, I'm not necessarily opposed to it. I don't necessarily like the, I'd say the Alabama look with the,
What's the-
Alabama.
Crosses.
you know how the Alabama sign is.
Okay, so not that one.
No.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
so
sorry,
scratch that
the
one.
Flag, but, yeah, without the X. I mean,
Yeah, I kinda like that one too. Either one.
If maybe sell me on the one with the bird, like the significance of the bird and how it connects to Safety Harbor.
Nature. Or a natural wonder.
Just a bird.
I mean, if you like, I was Googling some of these other, like, I was Googling the state of Florida flag. There's all this history and,
we were just trying to be creative. So
Yeah,
when
I'm
you look at this
overthinking.
flag, look at either one of these flags, it's kind of we got the seal, but I guess when we ask people to kind of convey their creative ideas, just going with a seal on a blue or
Fabric.
blue flag isn't really
think it's
artistic.
I think it's just way too busy, you know, on a flag.
I mean, I'm not opposed to using everybody knows the pier. I mean, you could use the pier, everybody knows that as well, but I just,
Can you go to the pier one?
I
Mean
mean,
that one?
that looks nice too.
That is a nice looking picture.
I mean, you just try and like imagine what it might look like as a flag versus, on a screen in front of us.
If you have two you like, we can try to get them printed up as
That's what I
flags and bring
wondered.
them in, and
Oh, could you have one on one side and one on the other?
we'll just bring in two different, we'll just bring in two flags. It'll be easier. We'll have to turn it around.
I just wondered if we could have a two-per, a flag.
Two flags?
No, I mean,
Oh,
the bird on one side and the pier on the other side.
as the flag or
As
just?
the flag.
Just put the bird on the pier, that's it.
No, you actually, that's not a bad idea. Instead of that brush stroke, it could be the bird behind it. No, think about it. Instead of the brush stroke, it could, the brush stroke, it could be a kind of
Might
like
wash out the pier behind it, though.
Yeah,
the safety harbor pier.
and you wouldn't get all that detail.
No, like, just like the white, what do you call it? What kind of art is that I'm thinking of? Abstract.
But it could use a darker background around it.
Public comment time.
Does anybody from the audience wish to be heard on the flag design options? Yes.
Yes, you do.
You have 3 minutes.
Lori Viola, 403 Westboro Lane, Safety Harbor. I think this is an amazing design. I don't know if it's the right thing for the flag, but as a boater, the channel markers are, I go out there every morning and I sort of watch the tide and watch the channel markers and everything. Really surprised me how it hit me as being kind of what my part of the morning is in Safety Harbor, that's all. And all the rest of them are really good too, but.
If we wanted to, does anyone else wish to be heard? If we wanted to, could we incorporate things or change them up a little bit? Like, there's elements of this one I like, but the lettering I don't think fits Safety Harbor. Seems kind of modern.
Yeah, we could take that and change the font if that's what you want. We could give you different font options.
But I like the bird. I mean, why don't you guys speak up a little bit?
I like the idea of having two printed up and looked at, the
Okay.
bird and the pier.
Okay.
But the idea of the change of the border in the back, I think might actually help pop that out.
So why don't,
I didn't even notice the second pier in the background, to be honest with you. I just looked at it now.
That's the St. Pete Pier.
no, it's not. Why don't we take this one and the bird with the beak sticking out, and we'll bring you back variations, and then you guys can pick from one of those two. So that sound like a good idea?
Let me just ask, what does everyone think of the font on this one?
I mean, I'm okay with it.
I am.
Right?
Want to change it to Times Roman or?
I think you can change on it.
Could I ask, can we have a variation with the bird by the pier? And the bird,
So you want a third,
that's it, a third choice of what the mayor said, of putting the bird flying around the piers.
I think
Just
Commissioner
throw some
Diaz said-
manatees in there and.
Did
Dolphin.
you say that?
You know what, when I said it, I didn't see the second pier in the back. I was talking, making the brush stroke look more like a bird.
Oh, okay, then I
But
stand corrected, never mind.
That's what I was kind of just,
why don't we bring you back this one and the other one, and then you can choose between those two. And we'll play around with them a little bit and give you
I mean,
some
we've been
options.
over 100 years without a flag. I guess there's no,
There's no rush.
all right.
All right, that's perfect. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much.
Just
All right.
disappointed that Bitcoin didn't make it.
You put it on the pier.
I'm gonna put the,
a bird dropping Bitcoin.
Oh, man.
No, not dropping, it's like, just like, when it's- all right, never mind, moving on.
That's
All right,
gross.
yeah, this is, forget it.
We're good.
It's a stork carrying Bitcoin instead of a bait. No. All right, number 2, we have, sorry, Andrea, we're moving. Craft Beer Festival beneficiaries.
Thank you, Mayor, Commission, Andrea Norwood, Leisure Services Director. During the April 17th, 2023 City Commission meeting, the Commission selected the Kiwanis Club of Safety Harbor and Paint Your Heart Out nonprofits to be the benefactors for the inaugural Craft Beer Festival. The selection committee began planning meetings in the summer of 2023 with the date considerations, logistics involved, and volunteer recruitment. During the discussions, concerns arose among committee members of all the extra efforts required with the first-year event. Staff requested the committee's concerns be put in writing with any possible resolutions. On November 6, 2023, the City Commission approved the 2024 special event calendar with an October 5th, 2024 date selected for the inaugural Craft Beer Festival included. On November 9th, 2023, staff received an email from the Craft Beer Festival Planning Committee requesting to be considered for first right of refusal as a 2025 event benefactor. The email was included in all of your backup documentation. On December 6, 2023, the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board, CRAB, reviewed the committee's request and unanimously recommended approval of the 2024 event benefactors receive first right of refusal for the 2025 Craft Beer Festival event due to all the coordination efforts required with the planning of a first-year event with unknown results. So tonight, staff requests City Commission approval or denial of the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board's recommendations to the Craft Beer Festival Planning Committee's request to be considered for first right of refusal for the 2025 event. I'm here tonight to answer any questions, as well as the nonprofit representation is here tonight. So,
Well, thank you for that. Any questions from Ms. Norwood?
Yeah, just to make sure I understand, the first right of refusal is just because they realize that it's hard to put one on. They might, since they're going through all the effort to put the first one on, they would like to have the shoe in to have the second, but not quite sure. So they have the first right of refusal to determine whether they can or they can't.
correct, yes. Yeah, but putting on a first-year event, there's a lot of logistics involved and groundwork. And basically, they're laying the framework for anyone to come in the second year and possibly make more money than they would in the inaugural year. So they're just looking for to be considered.
Yeah, they may do it after 1 year and tell you they don't want to do it again.
Correct.
That's right.
And I can tell you that they've had about 5 or 6 planning meetings to date, so they're well into the planning efforts.
And so they gonna, I guess, bring all the, I guess, volunteers out to work?
Correct. The nonprofits will have to pull any type of temporary liquor license as well as provide the volunteers night of event.
So when will we know whether they want to do the second year?
I'm sure we will know that after the October event happens.
Right after that?
Mhm.
The next day.
Oh, we give them a week or something.
Would
So-
anybody like to speak?
If all goes well, they'll basically be the nonprofits for the first 2 years, and then after that, you would select for year 3, if all goes well. And we're all hoping it goes well.
I mean, we would want a time frame, wouldn't we? Like, for them to decide?
We'll find out shortly after the event. We'll ask, and if they don't want to do it year 2, then we'll come back to you and we'll explain why, and then we'll ask you to.
Well, we'll have to solicit again for benefactors and then bring it back to you. Mhm.
Commissioner, if you want to put it like within
I think-
2 weeks after the event or something, let us know or something like that.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
can
how
put that
long
in.
will it take us to find somebody else, or, I know it could be pretty quick, or it could be very,
Historically, we'll put a call out, and Joe will contact all the nonprofits with the application as to who's interested, and we put a time frame. It could be anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days that he has that application out on the streets looking for benefactors.
for like 15 days, is that good, after?
Business days,
Business days,
After the event.
after the event?
but they'll let us know. That's fine. They'll know.
Well, yeah, but you never, I mean, the whole thing is that,
Yeah, it won't hold us up. Yeah, understood.
Anyone from the audience wish to be heard? All right, any further questions or a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the Craft Beer Festival Benefactor Committee's request to be considered for first right of refusal for 2025 event and with notice given 15 days after the 2024 event closes.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion passes 5-0. And Ms. Norwood and Shannon, since I don't think you're sticking around for commission reports, I just want to thank the two of you for a job well done at Harbor Holiday Nights. Saw you guys out there getting ready, and it just looked fantastic, and the feedback was good.
Yes, my fantastic team put on a show for Safety Harbor for those 2 nights, and it was very well received, and we're happy that it all turned out real well, except for sure canceling Saturday night for us, but thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cancel that and Santa.
Santa got
Okay, moving on to number 3, we're looking for 1 member for the Diversity Advisory Board.
Thank you, Mayor. Ms. Austin Cheeley has resigned. There are no alternates appointed to this board. 2 applications have been received, and it is requested that the commission appoint 1 member to the Diversity Advisory Board.
Make a motion to appoint Shelley Ann Childers.
Second.
All right, anyone from the audience wish to be heard? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Next up, we're looking for.
Oh, did you want to be heard?
She's been nominated.
Is this for the diversity?
Yes.
Oh, so you've already nominated somebody?
Yes.
I was the other person.
We got the resumes.
Oh, you have them already?
Yeah, no, they gave her.
They're in the back.
I'm sorry, maybe I went too fast, but I asked for audience to be heard, and maybe you didn't hear me. We'll keep you in mind for the next one. How's that?
Yes, and thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank
Not
you
many
for showing
people
up.
come and do that, so make themselves.
Yeah, let's make mental note. We'll keep you in mind. So thank you. Alrighty, so now we're looking for 1 member to the Code Enforcement Board.
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Nigel Hicks has resigned from the Code Enforcement Board after being appointed to the Planning and Zoning Board at the December 4th City Commission meeting. The alternate is Brian Hack, who has not missed any meetings. 3 applications have been received. It is requested that the commission appoint 1 regular member. Should the alternate be appointed, it is requested that a new alternate be appointed.
I'd make a motion to move as a Brian Hack as the alternate to a regular member.
Second.
Anyone from the audience wish to be heard? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
We need an alternate, right?
Yes.
I'd make a motion, Sylvia Faye Marakis. Her resume includes prior work at the Office of the State Attorney and the FBI. I think that's some significant background for this position.
Second.
Anyone from the audience wish to be heard? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Next up, we're looking for the appointment of 1 alternate member to the Planning and Zoning Board of Appeals.
Thank you, Mayor. On December 4th, the City Commission appointed Ms. Sarah Adams as an alternate member. She no longer lives in the city, and therefore an alternate member vacancy exists. The code requires that at least 1 member of the P&Z own property within the CRD. Board member Colin Young owns property within the CRD. The code also states at least 2 board members should possess a background as noted in the code. 2 members on the board have that experience. 4 applications have been received. Of those reviewed, none have professional experience or the educational background as noted in the code. It is requested that the commission appoint 1 alternate member.
Right, thank you. Anyone from the audience wish to be heard? Any motions?
I'll make a motion to appoint Carolina Allison as the alternate.
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. All right, so that concludes the regular portion of the meeting. Now we're going to move to our commission reports. Commissioner Diaz.
Really not much, just Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Looking forward for the new year, and for another great year, Safety Harbor. And this is a time of the year to be very grateful and very appreciative to all the great employees at Safety Harbor, the great Folly Farms, the Christmas party, and all the great settings that we have, the rec center, the parks, and also the public works people who really put on, just do their best to make us, make our city great every day. I also want to be very appreciative of Matt Spohr for making me wear this uncomfortable sweater. It's making me itch, it's sweaty, but I'm very appreciative that he only does it once a year. Thank you.
I sense a little sarcasm.
I don't sense any.
Yeah.
It's all from the heart.
Pouting.
Yeah.
Pouting.
I think he needs a hug.
Commissioner Morris?
Thank you, Mayor. Everything that Carlos just said, I second. You look at Public Works, you see how good the city looks after this weekend storm, how quick it is, how people dug in and got it done. It just says testament to the effort. I also, a couple of meetings ago, I mentioned a couple of residents had talked to me about maybe the sidewalk on 9th and maybe some areas that had some light and dark areas. On the 7th of December, I just want to shout out and appreciate the staff support. We took a walk. Matt and city engineer Michelle Giuliani and Public Works Director Renee Cooper, we all walked, went up and down both sides of the street, looked at the sidewalks, and took notes, talked about potential sidewalk improvements along the way, what may be coming, what may not, and also I understand that we're having a lighting study looked at by the utility, and they'll identify areas that might have dark spots. And if so, then we can discuss maybe an additional light or two at those. There's a couple places there where especially when it's dark, the kids are crossing in the morning, the school bus stops, stuff like that. So there's a couple of potentially dark areas to look at. And I just appreciate the fact that staff was able to work it in the schedule and make it happen. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Thank you. First, I want to convey my appreciation to the citizens of Safety Harbor for having confidence in me and allowing me the privilege of serving another 3 years. We just qualified, I believe, last week, and first time, I think, ever. I've not had opposition. So, again, thank you, and I look forward to another 3 years of service here on the City Commission on behalf of the residents, or for the residents of Safety Harbor. So thank you. Again, I didn't wear an itchy sweater, but I would joke around and say Happy Festivus for the rest of us. But anyway, happy holidays to everyone, and have a healthy and safe New Year. See you next year. Thank you.
I would like to say thank you so much to the fire department for making the Santa tours possible for all of us, making it possible for me to thank you, Mrs. Kearns. Terry Kearns ditched the employee party so that I could travel with the fire chief behind Santa. It always brings tears to my eyes. It just chokes me up. And I really, really needed that shot in my arm this year, as I could tell many residents did. And I want to specifically call out Andrew Hawkins, Caitlin Dukas, Josh Panino, Kelly Skaggs, Maxwell Carmen, Gavin Latour, and Brady Hummer. And they just were instrumental in making this happen for the city. And it just, as I said, I had tears. People were coming out as usual, giving cookies and just, it was a citywide hug. So thank you so much. And I heard the party was lovely, so I'm sorry I missed all of you, but I really needed to do that. I needed Santa this year. And I wanted to congratulate Commissioner Steingold, and I also wanted to do a group hug for all of you because you've all run unopposed in your lives. And I've had a week to work with this and say, I really wanted to be one of you, not, I want to tease, not in the anatomical sense. I'm happy, that I am who I am and I'm different. But at the same time, I really think we should cherish this because we can work together. I think that it's a testament that happened to so many of you because you're collegial, you are cordial. And the last comment I wanted to make was that when both of you ended up on the same dais, and it was former mayor, and wannabe at one point, I thought, uh-oh, how's it gonna be up here? Is it gonna be okay? And I told your wife this at Cafe Vino Tinto this weekend. It's been more than okay. You've listened, we've all listened. No snarky stuff over me. I've just been completely comfortable. And I want to congratulate you and I want to thank you because sometimes election time can carry over to service and it has not. And so I don't think really the fact that you've been unopposed has anything to do with builder support or popularity or how many years you've been in. I think it has to do with collegiality and that people are seeing things get done. And so thank you, all of you, and congratulations to you. And I'll see all of you in January. I'll be marching the roads. And congratulations also to those of you who have qualified to join me out there. I will see you. Again, I hope not till January, I'd like a little rest. But and Merry Christmas to all. Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. Just enjoy the season. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. That was very nice what you said. So first of all, congratulations, Vice Mayor. Look forward to working with you for the next couple of years, and you deserve it to have that one where you get to go unopposed.
Right.
So
It's nice.
gotta feel good.
It's exciting.
And I think you have the honor of having won every election there's a couple. Well, actually, me and you are the only ones up here that have not won all of our elections, but they've all have, so. Now we're the odd. So now we're the odd.
Thank you. I have so many. Okay. I have a buddy.
Yeah, so you don't get that distinction. Everyone gets it but us too, but anyway. But with that said, congratulations, Nancy, Jacob, Haley Ray for qualifying to run, and I know Scott Long's out there somewhere, so congratulations to all of you, and good luck out there to all of you, and we'll see what happens. Andrea and Shannon, I didn't think you'd stick around, but you did, so thank you again.
They wanted to hear it again.
Thank you again for doing such a great job with Harbor Holiday Nights and all the other events that you guys are involved in, and to your teams also. And I see Terry is not here, but we will thank her for the great job she did in organizing the holiday parade. Not the holiday parade, the holiday party.
Joe Cooper will let her do that.
Yeah, or the holiday party. It was great. It was something different. It brought all the departments together. And, it was great food, great people, and it was good to see the camaraderie. Want to thank, again, everyone for a great year. It's been great working with everyone this year, and just looking forward to working with everyone moving forward. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year, and be safe.
God bless.
I have to talk for about 43 minutes.
Oh.
Wow.
In order to get to my time that I picked tonight. So I'm gonna lose.
You got 3.
Okay, I just have 3 items. Cold night shelters are activating for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's supposed to be cold, so there are 8. The closest one here to us is First United Methodist Church of Clearwater. That's for adults. If you have children and families, they should call 211 Tampa Bay Cares, and they will set them up in a shelter for tomorrow night. I want to thank the fire department management team and the union for onboarding 5 new firefighters who started their shift, well, they started with us 3 weeks ago, but they started their shift work today, and today we had, both units were fully staffed and no overtime. I want to specifically thank Chief Hawkins and Chief Newland, who worked closely with our fire chief to onboard these 5 new firefighters, and as of 3 weeks ago, we have 1 shift vacancy that we're working to fill, and then we have the 1 40-hour medic vacancy, which is the one that is a brand-new position, so it technically hasn't been filled yet in Safety Harbor, but eventually we would like to fill that position as well. So we'll be looking for 2 new firefighter, paramedics in the very near future, but happy for 5 new firefighters and happy that they joined the team. Last but not least, it's been a good year. It's been a crazy year, but the staff really appreciates your support and your commitment to the city of Safety Harbor. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to all of you for another good year in Safety Harbor. So I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season and a happy new year. And we can sing to Carlos if we want, or and someone else, Nancy, because we won't. But we can just reach out to you guys later if you don't want us to sing now. But there's 2 birthdays between now and our next meeting. And our next meeting, what did you think I was going to sing?
You should jingle together.
You're gonna sing to me.
Last but not least, I told you I got like 40 more minutes. Last but not least, your next commission meeting is Tuesday, January 16th. So make sure you mark that down. It's a Tuesday, and you have 1 meeting in January. That's all I have.
Say, I'll reserve.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready to sing happy birthday right now.
I'm always up for singing.
Oh, dear.
We have to sing for Nancy and Carlos, though,
When's Carlos's birthday?
before yours. This is the 24th.
I was gonna say, who gets, I gotta say, I can't believe Commissioner Diaz wore that tonight. If I had to vote on the ugly sweater, it'd be Commissioner Diaz.
And that's his second time winning too. He only lost last year because of June. And so he would have won 3 years in a row with that same sweater.
Well, I'm just one guy up here. I don't know how everybody else feels, but, I mean.
Is it really considered winning if you get rid of the other?
Mary, your jacket looks too good on you, so I wouldn't say that's ugly, because it does look pretty good, but Carlos,
But does he make noise?
no, it just looks so itchy.
Okay, so he wins. Carlos wins. Congratulations.
Wear it well.
Itch well.
I think we'll be wearing that for another 5 minutes.
Yeah. I'm gonna go change right now.
Yours was the most annoying.
Thank you. Me or the sweater?
No, it's
We
the
can keep
bills.
talking. I mean, I picked 8:47, so we got time.
The bills.
All right, why don't we give Isabella a chance?
Okay. I think everyone looks lovely and terrible in the best way possible, or ugly in the best way possible.
Even you.
I mean, it's they're all so good. You know what? I'm not a voting member of this.
Wanted to know if you had any items.
Items.
Any city attorney items.
I was gonna say, he was asking me about
Ugly sweaters.
no report. No report. Not a voting member.
What's your legal opinion about that sweater?
I hope I didn't hurt your feelings, and you're annoying.
I feel like this meeting should just not be gaveled to a close just yet, but
Keep going, yes.
do it anyway.
Happy birthday,
Thank you,
Carlos.
everybody.
That's funny. You're like, we can go to.
Yeah.
40.
You had your chance. You could have given it.
Oh, yeah, sure. We get a picture.